I'm Sandhya. I'm back with another chapter. Dear children, do you know the notebooks that you use are manufactured after a long process? And the journey of these books starts from a tree. Those who wish to manufacture paper cut down the trees and they transport it to any pulp mill. And at the mill, the wood of trees is processed using machines and gets converted into pulp made of wood. So, the mill workers mix the pulp with chemicals. The mix is finally converted into paper with the help of machines. These pages are then bound into a notebook and packed well and are sent to stationery shops to be sold. So, production of goods in large quantities after processing from raw material is called manufacturing. Dear children, today we will continue with the geography of class 10th and the chapter which we will discuss is manufacturing industries. Let us move on to the topic. Dear children, you will primarily learn about the manufacturing industries which fall in the secondary sector. Then, manufacturing or secondary activities are the process through which raw materials are converted into products. So, these products can be valuable to people in different ways. In the above example, pulp is changed into paper and paper gets converted into a notebook. So, these are two processes of manufacturing industries. Let us move on to the topic. Today's our topic, manufacturing industries, part 1. Dear children, the cotton which is used to manufacture clothes and pulp which is used to make paper had values added to them at every stage while the process of manufacturing was going on. So, due to this, a product which can finish achieves more utility and value as compared to the raw material from which the final product has been manufactured. So, dear children, industry is the economic activity which involves producing goods, extracting different minerals, and providing services. So, the examples of industries that produces goods are iron and steel industry, that extracting minerals on coal mining industry. Not only this, tourism industry is an example of those who provide services. So, workers employed in steel factories, cars and textiles, for example, these all fall into secondary activities. Then now let us discuss about importance of manufacturing industries. Manufacturing industries help in modernizing agriculture. They reduce the heavy dependence of people on agricultural income by providing them jobs in secondary and tertiary sectors. Dear children, manufacturing sector is considered the backbone of development due to the some regions. What are those, dear children? Manufacturing industries helps in modernizing agriculture as it provides jobs in secondary and tertiary sectors. So, this helps in the eradication of unemployment and poverty. Not only this, it export of manufacturing goods, expand trade and commerce and brings in much needed foreign exchange. So, it help ease processing the country and prospering by giving a boost to the economy. Now the question arises, contribution of industry to national economy. The desired growth rate for industry is 12% in the coming decade. The National Manufacturing Competitiveness Council NMCC has been set up with this objective. Dear children, the trend of growth rate in manufacturing over the last decade has been around 7% per annum. Dear children, now the question arises about industrial location. Dear children, observe the flow chart. Input, raw materials and or components part. Factors of production, land, labor, capital, entrepreneur and infrastructure. Transport, factory, outputs like products, notebook. Transport, market into money. Dear children, industrial location are influenced by the availability of few things. What are those? Raw material, labor, capital, power, market, and government policies. Industrial location. Raw materials, source of energy, source of water availability, capital and finance, demand in market, skilled laborers and workers, and banking and insurance, transport and communication. Dear children, here raw materials, labor, water, land market, and capital, power, and transport are very important factors that affect the industrial location. So, a place where few or all of the factors are easily found, industries are usually established at such places. So, when industries are established in the different backward regions, the government provides different incentives such as establishment of infrastructure, transport cost at low and amount subsidized power. Not only this, these regions for growth and development of several cities and towns can be contributed to the process of industrialization. And manufacturing activity tends to locate at the most appropriate place where all factors of industrial location are either available or can be arranged at a low cost. So, dear children, these regions share the benefit of their closeness, like Central Eastern and Western Europe. Not only these, few of the industrial regions are located near seaports, some kinds of temperate areas, and most importantly, some are coal fields. Classification of industries. Basis for classification of industries: raw material, size, ownership. Dear children, we can classify industries on three categories on the basis of raw material, a size and ownership. Let us discuss this deeply. Raw materials. Agro-based industries, mineral-based industries and marine-based industries, forest-based industries. Dear children, let us discuss about agro-based industries. Dear children, raw materials, how we can classify? Depending on the types of raw materials that is being used, industries are classified into different categories. Those are agro-based, mineral-based and marine and forest-based. Now, agro-based industries. Here, plants and animals and based products are used. So, few of, for example, such industries are leather industry, cotton textiles and food processing, not only this, dairy products and vegetable industries, etc. Then what about mineral based industries? Dear children, mineral based industries are primary industries which use mineral ores in the form of the required raw materials. Dear children, other industries feed on the products of these industry. So, iron which is manufactured from iron ore is an example of a product which we get from mineral based industry. So, in order to manufacture several products like railway coaches, heavy machinery and building materials, the raw materials from these industries are needed. Marine based industries. Marine based industries use products from ocean and sea in the form of raw materials. And few of the example of such industries are those industries which processes seafood or manufacture oil from fishes. Then what about forest based industries? Forest based industries uses products of forest in the form of raw materials, and not buildings, paper and pulp, furniture, or some of the industrial that we get from the forest. Then what about size? Dear children, the production volume, number of people that are being employed, and the capital amount that is being invested are main determinations of size of industry. On the basis of size, we can classify industries into two categories: small scale industries and large scale industries. Then let us discuss about small scale industries. Here, children, small scale industries like households or cottage industries are an example of small scale industries. For example, artisans, manufacturers these products by hand. Few other examples of cottage industries are pottery, basket weaving, among others. And lesser amount of technology and capital are required for these industries. And these industries that processes food and silk weaving are an examples of such industries. Then what about large scale industries? Large scale industries, superior kind of technology is used and investment capital that is involved in high as well. And heavy machinery and automobile production are for examples of these industries. Then now the question arises, ownership. Private sector industries and public sector industries and joint sector industries, cooperative sector industries. Dear children, on the basis of ownership, industries are classified into different categories. They are private sector, public sector, and joint sector, cooperative sector. When it comes to private sector industries, a group of individuals or one individual operates such industries. So, what about public sector? Public sector industries, the government owns such industries such as Steel Authority of India Limited (SAIL) and Hindustan Aeronautics Limited (HAL) examples. Then what about joint sector industries? Your children, joint sector industries, an individual or group of individuals along with the state owns such industries. For example, of these Maruti Udyog Limited. Then what about cooperative sector? Cooperative sector suppliers or producers of raw materials along with the workers or even both in some cases own these industries. For example, Sudha Dairy and Anand Milk Union Limited Amul are examples of cooperative ventures. Last but not least, dear children, life is also like a journey. Acquiring knowledge is like climbing Mount Everest. Initially, it's difficult, but once you begin to acquire knowledge, you will enjoy every moment of the constant hunt and chase for it. Then start doing what's necessary, then do things that you think are possible, and then you will discover yourself doing the greatest impossible. Learning will continue. Stay tuned for more video lectures on social science. Keep learning. Have a nice day. Thank you.